Parks Lumber Company has continuously served Lawrence and surrounding counties for over a century. No matter your building needs, our experienced staff will be with you every step of the way to ensure you receive the highest customer service and attention to detail you deserve. We guarantee you will see working with PLC is as easy as 1, 2, 3.
From the Tennessee Valley Weather Channel, this is your weather today.
Fred Gossage here in the Home Weather Center on this Tuesday morning, filling in for Ben Luna. Wanted to make sure that we had fresh information this morning, so that's why we're not in the studio on the key wall early this morning. We will be in the studio live at midday with Taylor Plott, and then I'll be in the studio this afternoon live at 5. We're going to start with the Build Your Day hourly forecast here for Tuesday, and starting on the chilly side this morning, partly sunny skies as we begin the day in the mid to upper 20s. We do warm through the 20s and the 30s this morning into the 40s by midday and afternoon. A rough midpoint across the area would be the mid-40s for daytime highs with partly cloudy skies, clouds increasing by the afternoon. No precipitation during the daytime hours today, but we do have light snow in the wintry mix moving in for later during the overnight and into our Wednesday morning. Here's the latest information with winter weather advisories. And this is why we wanted to do some fresh information this morning. We knew this was coming. There is now a winter weather advisory in place for overnight tonight through 11 a.m. on Wednesday morning. Now for all of North Alabama. North Alabama is included in the winter weather advisory. There also remains a winter weather advisory for all of southern Middle Tennessee and northeast Mississippi now until noon on Wednesday. So all of our viewing area now included in the winter weather advisory for light accumulations of snow causing possible slick and hazardous travel. We're not talking about a major winter storm. This is more of a nuisance type situation, but there could certainly be some slick and hazardous travel late tonight and at least through the first half of Wednesday before maybe a window for some afternoon improvement during the afternoon hours and then refreezing overnight Wednesday on into Thursday morning. We'll talk about details here as we go forward. Here's the Futurecast breakdown. Starting this morning, we are partly cloudy across the area on the chilly side in the 20s. As we warm on through the morning, we climb into the 30s and then the 40s. And as we get into the afternoon, a lot of us into the mid to upper 40s for daytime highs. Clouds increasing from the west, but we're still dry on into the sunset. It's generally near and after midnight when the wintry weather starts to move in across the area, especially by midnight to 1 a.m. I think that's when light snow and mixed precipitation does move into the area and we start to see some accumulation. Now, keep in mind, this is not like January 10th where we had 5 to 7 days of cold temperatures leading into it to cool the road surfaces and to cool the bridge infrastructure and things like that. We will still get near and below freezing, but we're not having multiple days ahead of this to cool the infrastructure. And also, we're going to have some sunshine on the roadways during the daytime hours. So this may not accumulate as rapidly as what that situation did, but as it comes down a little bit heavier, it will accumulate. Even if the ground temperatures are above freezing, it will still stick, and it will still stick on the roadways. It may be slushy on the roadways because it may initially stick and then melt and become slush and such and cause some slick travel, but there will still be some hazardous travel and some accumulation. As we head on in toward the daytime hours, it may start to light in intensity a little bit as some drier air aloft mix in. There's also going to be some storms down along the coast that may keep this from being a little heavier than it otherwise would be, but I do still expect some snow to be falling as we head toward daybreak, gradually tapering off as we head through the morning, and by midday, we're left with mostly cloudy skies with temperatures on the Alabama side into the 30s. We may still be into the 20s, however, onto the Tennessee side of the state line. So here is our latest thinking with snowfall accumulation. We have not changed this much at all from last night. This is generally what we had during the midday show and the shows last night. So still rolling with this. Taylor Plott will be in later this morning. And if any adjustments need to be made, he will do that in time for the midday show live at noon. But generally, along and north of the Tennessee River as a rough line, ranging anywhere from a half inch to as much as 2 inches across the area. That's roughly from Cherokee to Muscle Shoals, to Athens and Alabama, and then northward through all of our southern middle Tennessee counties. We still think that the 2 to 4 plus type stuff is off to the north of our viewing area, but a ½ inch to as much as 2 inches in a few spots down to the Tennessee River in North Alabama. South of that, the areas of white, anywhere from a dusting to as much as isolated spots up to an inch. And there could be a few locations in this that, because of rain mixing in and marginal temperatures, you really don't see much accumulation. That's not going to be everybody gets that in the white areas, but there is some spotty dusting to 1 inch areas in those locations. Overall, again, this is not a major winter storm, not a high impact winter storm, but certainly some slick and hazardous travel possible with light snow accumulation across the area. And then by Wednesday afternoon, we're kicking the system out of here. Cold weather shifts into the area, though, for the latter half of the week. We're down to the low teens Wednesday night and the Thursday morning, staying in the 20s for daytime highs on Thursday, despite some sunshine returning. And Friday, we're starting the morning in the lower teens, if not the upper single digits across the area, briefly above freezing by the afternoon. As we head to the weekend, though, we do start to turn things around. So we're in the 40s today. 33 is an optimistic high temperature if we recover a little bit by the afternoon on Wednesday. For some Tennessee counties, it may stay in the upper 20s all day. Everybody, the best we can do is upper 20s on Thursday in the afternoon after starting in the teens in the morning. And then Friday morning, it's upper single digits to lower teens for temperatures. That's not a wind chill. Wind chills will be down near zero. We do climb above freezing to the mid-30s by the afternoon. And then we're upper 40s by Saturday, lower 50s by Sunday. And you see that right. We're around 60 degrees as we head to the start of next week for daytime highs. So weather where you live for today, increase in clouds across the area. Most of us in the mid to upper 40s. However, you get south of the Tennessee River near I-65 in North Alabama, and there could be an isolated spot or two around 50 to 51 like Falkville in Morgan County here. And then the snow and wintry mix moves in during the late overnight hours, lasting into Wednesday morning. Again, not a major winter storm, but light snow accumulations across parts of the area are likely. In addition to some slick and hazardous travel, we'll be watching out for refreezing of anything that melts Wednesday afternoon, refreezing Wednesday night. And then Thursday, the only melting we will get is from solar radiation. So there's additional possibility of refreezing Thursday night that may cause slick and hazardous travel into the first half of Friday before things do get above freezing by the afternoon. Partly cloudy skies and milder going into the weekend, and we're near 60 as we start next week. That's looked your latest 7-day forecast. Taylor Plott is live in the Weather Center today at noon, and I'll be in the Weather Center today live at 5.